Hey everybody, so today's video is about meal prepping, and this is probably the #1 question that I get is how do I meal prep? What is meal prep all about? Does that mean that I have to eat the exact same thing? I don't want ground turkey every single day. Like, I'm with you, I totally get it. I will preface this video with we are in pretty much renovation hell, and my lovely husband has taken over the task of grouting our backsplash, thank goodness, because I started doing it and I literally suck at it. So you'll see him in the background, you might hear the baby in the background, but this is real life, right? So this is when I'm going to meal prep. So meal prep can be different for every single person. If you are the type of person that wants to literally cook every single thing, you can totally do that and that'll work for you. For me, I like a couple things. One, I can't eat the same meal every single day. I just get really, really bored and I feel like I'm depriving myself, so that is not what works for me. Also, I don't mind leftovers, but there's just something about a dinner that was just cooked, you know, that makes it just, to me, taste better. So I like to actually cook my food. Sorry, gotta check on the baby when he falls. I like to actually cook my food at dinner time. That being said, I work and, my husband works and we have a baby and I don't have 3 hours to be cooking like some gourmet meal. So what I do is I prep all of my food without cooking it. So for example, I think it's Monday night, I have asparagus and leeks as our side dish. So I will take all of my asparagus, I will wash them, I will chop off the ends. It calls for olive oil and a little bit of lemon juice and some salt and pepper. So I'll take my entire thing of asparagus, prep them, wash, cut, and put them in a gallon-sized Ziploc container. And from there, I'll put the olive oil and the spices and whatever. Same thing with the leek. I'll take the leek and I'll cut it up. You use the white parts only on a leek, in case you didn't know. And I'll throw that in the Ziploc. So then when it's time for me to actually cook my asparagus, I will take all of that stuff out of the Ziploc. I'll dump it onto the pan, maybe put a piece of foil down because easy cleanup. I'll dump it onto the pan and I'll throw it in the oven. And it takes, 5 minutes to actually start cooking the food. And for me, that's like a total win. I'm also doing chicken piccata on Monday. So I'll take my chicken, I'll pound it out today. I will also
pound it out.
The comedic relief in the background. I will also put all the spices on it or the seasoning on it because honestly, it kind of helps to marinate it and make it even more flavorful. And I'll measure it. So I know that, 1.5 chicken cutlets is going to be my 1 red container. So I cut every single thing. I measure every single thing today, Sunday, every single thing. And I'll put it into Ziploc containers. So in the morning, for example, say raspberries are going to be one of my snacks, right? Hang on one second. Sorry. I will take my purple container. I will wash my raspberries. I'll measure them. He said, uh-oh, had to check. So I'll measure them into my purple container, and from here I'll put them in a Ziploc bag and throw them in the fridge. So in the morning, when I have my entire meal plan laid out, and I know that, my snack for the day is raspberries, I literally will just grab the Ziploc and throw it in my lunchbox. Same thing with hard-boiled eggs. I'll take my 2 hard-boiled eggs, I'll put some salt and pepper on them, and put them in a Ziploc and put them in the fridge. So I know it's kind of silly to think that in the morning, I can't just take 2 out of here and put them in a Ziploc as I'm running out the door. But the mornings are crazy for me, and I don't have time to do all that. Like, I need to just grab it and throw it in my lunchbox. And I know myself, and if I don't prepare it, I'll just say, oh, I don't need the hard-boiled eggs today. I'm running late. I don't have time to put them in a Ziploc and put them in my lunchbox. And then what happens? I'm hungry and I'm cranky, and I maybe stop through a drive-through instead of having my 2 hard-boiled eggs that I could have just put in a damn Ziploc. So it's really, really important to plan out your meals every single day, and we've talked about that in the other video, right? So plan out everything that you need, and then for meal prep, simply measure each ingredient in your containers and cut, wash, and put them in a Ziploc bag. Or, you know, maybe you are not a fan of Ziplocs and you want to put them in a, you know, Tupperware. That's fine too. But just measure them out beforehand, and clean everything up beforehand. So another kind of tip for me, for example, I'm looking at my food for the week. I'm doing a slow cooker Texas chuck roast. So I will take, I have slow cooker bags that go right into the slow cooker. I'll take the chuck roast, I'll put all of the beef broth and everything in there already and let it sit in the refrigerator. So that on the morning of slow cooker day, I take that whole bag, I throw it in the crock pot, and I turn it on and I leave. Because in the morning, you may not have time to do anything else. So meal prep does not mean that you're gonna sit here and cook every single meal today, that you're gonna take an entire 8 hours and cook all of your meals for the week and then have leftovers every single week. It can mean that if that works for you, but that doesn't work for me. So you have to do whatever is going to be best for you specifically. So try this method out. Again, all we do, clean, chop everything, measure it out. All right, I want to see pictures of your meal prep from today. It is so important. It will save you so much time and aggravation throughout the week. So I want to see pictures of it. Drop them in the comments. All right, bye guys.